we have dozens killed in those tornadoes that touched down in 9 states late Friday night into early Saturday morning. Deaths are reported in at least 5 of those states. Highest number of casualties in Kentucky after tornadoes ravaged the western part of that state. Kentucky's governor has activated the state's National Guard, deploying more than 300 to help in the recovery effort.
And joining us in studio on the 385th birthday of the National Guard is the chief of the National Guard Bureau, General Daniel Hokanson. General Hokanson, thank you for being with us. And if you can, give us a sense of what your troops are seeing there on the ground as they help aid this devastating natural disaster.
Well, thank you, Amy. And first of all, our thoughts and prayers go out to not only the people of Kentucky, but all the states impacted. And I've been in close contact with the Kentucky National Guard, which is where our main efforts are today. We've got about 380 guardsmen there that are helping with search and recovery. They're also helping local law enforcement because, of course, they were impacted as well. And then also we're doing a lot of debris removal. The other great thing that the Guard brings is because we're in those communities, we have the ability to operate 24/7. And so we're augmenting them and helping any way we can with their recovery efforts.
You said there any way you can. Do you expect more? Do you think more is going to be asked of you there in Kentucky and surrounding states?
Yeah, we'll be in close contact with the local authorities, but I think that may continue to grow. I mean, obviously, when you see from the footage, just the level of devastation is really bad there.
And our hearts and prayers go out to everyone affected as well, including your men and women who are there helping so many. Today, as we mentioned, is the National Guard's 385th birthday. And your motto, in case people need to know, is always ready, always there. Well, we're obviously seeing that, and we've been seeing it throughout this pandemic and so many of the other things that are going on. But when you have multiple tragedies going on in play at the same time, give us a sense of how you're able to always be there and always be ready.
Well, I think a lot of times people don't realize just how large the National Guard is. We have 445,000 soldiers and airmen, and today exactly we've got 54,000 on duty. We've got 12,000 helping out with COVID response around the country, and we also have 29,000 that are deployed overseas today. And because we're manned, trained, and equipped to really fight our nation's wars, we can do just about anything we've been asked to do. And you've really seen that over the last 2 years with COVID response, with hurricanes, wildfires. Whenever we're asked to be there, we're there to help out.
Where are you on resources? Remember, we had the head of the Coast Guard here at one point. And again, you all are unique in that you get called on to do so many things. And it seems like we've had so many disasters, whether it's the wildfires, whether it's flooding. But how are you on resources? Do you ever feel, I know the right answer is always could take more, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But do you ever feel stretched thin?
So when you look at the National Guard, we're about 20% of the entire Department of Defense, but we operate on about 4% of the budget. So our business model is a part-time force, so we're really a tremendous value to our nation. And of course, we could always use more resources, but we really try and leverage every single resource we have to meet every requirement. And when you look really over the past 20 years with the amount of deployments we've had downrange, and really the last 2 years with COVID, we've never missed a single mission. And our recruiting and retention really supports that.
And that is certainly remarkable in these times. But speaking of these times, during this pandemic, we know that there is a vaccine requirement for the men and women who serve in the National Guard. And just earlier this month, the governor of Oklahoma filed a lawsuit against the Biden administration seeking to stop that requirement. Want to know what are your vaccination numbers right now, and where do you stand with this lawsuit and the Biden administration?
So for those that are the National Guard, they know my #1 priority is taking care of our people. And really that goes to their health and safety. And so as the Secretary of Defense has outlined, it is a requirement for us. And so we are encouraging and actually requiring our guardsmen to get it. But we're working very closely to make sure that, because as we mentioned earlier, we've got to be always ready, always there, that they're medically ready and they can go into any environment we ask them to be in.
You know what, it's birthday time, right? Big birthday. I won't ask you how you're going to celebrate, but just take a moment here and remind folks, and you can highlight whatever you might be most proud of in the work that you all have been doing. But this is no small thing, and I know you're proud of the work you all do.
It is. When you go back to 1636 with the Massachusetts Bay Colony, when they formed the first 3 regiments, those units are still in existence today in the Massachusetts National Guard, the oldest military organizations in the United States. But what we have shown over 385 years is just how important we are to our country. And the one thing I would highlight is we know what our guardsmen do every day, our men and women, what we ask them to do. But we often overlook the families that serve as well. because is it a great example, Kentucky, all those guardsmen, many of those were impacted by that. And so their families are there supporting them so they can go out and respond to our communities.
That's a very good way to put it, and good to always remember and highlight those families. It's so good to have you in studio with us here.
It's great to be here with you guys today. Thank you for the opportunity to celebrate our birthday with you.
Hey, and anytime you want to get out of D.C., get out of the Pentagon, you can come on by, all right?
Love to.
All right.
Thank you, General.
Okay, Chief of the National Guard Bureau General Daniel Hokanson. Thanks so much for being here.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.